So I do have three sex toys that most of you never use and never even thought about. And obviously the title of this video probably confused you because you're like, Katie, I want to see all the sex toys. Well, I do have one for you, and this is the Echo cock ring. This is remote controlled. It's got seven functions, adjustable ring here, as you can see. You can use this obviously for pleasure for both. And you guys know, look, I'm all about sex toys. They bring the novelty, the fun, the excitement, and play into the relationship. But after coaching hundreds of couples, I've seen something that the couples that have the best sex life don't always have toys in their life. Of course, it's an add-on, and I love that. So this is completely exactly what I would recommend. It's from Yoni Pleasure Palace, and it's designed in a unique way because you can actually indulge in intimacy and deepen it together, because it's not just solo exploration for your wife or just you. This pleasure stimulates through the whole body. So you can wrap this around yourself or the pleasure wand. Easy to adjust, of course, different range of sizes with this strap here. You've got a wireless remote, and it brings like high energy vibes into the bedroom. Okay, you can stimulate the clitoris here, as you can see, and you can have shared pleasure along the shaft. So this is definitely my sex toy that I would recommend. And then you guys are not going to be waiting from what I'm about to share, because the three things outside my favorite sex toy here for couples that I always recommend, you can find this link below. The three things that matter more before you're bringing this in is what I'm about to share with you now. So, and the three things are not even like, you won't even plug them in. So before you spend in another $100 or from something on from the internet and hoping it's going to magically fix your sex life, please try this, but also do these three things that I'm about to share with you. Your wife needs your undivided attention. I think this is one of the sexiest things that a husband can give his wife. He can give the chocolate and the toys and everything else. That's fun because that's a gift. But how is she feeling? If you're giving her something and you're on your phone, you're trying to be present, but you're watching the football, you're half listening while scrolling Instagram and trying to solve her problems, but she just wants you to look at her. How can you give your undivided attention? When was the last time you actually sat with her and listened to her? And this is what happens to a lot of women, is like she spends her all day feeling needed. The kids need her, the boss needs her, the dog needs her, the house needs her, you need her. Everyone wants something from her. And then you come home and you want something too. Maybe you want dinner, maybe you want a conversation, maybe you want sex, or maybe you want to find a new sex toy and ask questions about it. But one of the biggest turn-ons for many women isn't just the toy. It's about feeling chosen, feeling like everything that she's doing, everything that you could be doing right now, you're choosing to spend these 10 minutes with her. And that changes people. Like the attention tells someone, it tells your wife, I still see you, I still love you, and I'm still here. And when a woman feels seen, she's so much more to likely feel emotionally connected. And yes, of course, the romance and the toys are going to add to that. But if you can't be present with her in that moment, for example, you're using the toys and you're thinking about something else, or you're not even looking into her eyes, it's not more toys that you need, it's more presence. So, how can you this week be more present when you're looking at your wife? When you're talking to her, how can you give her your undivided attention? And then the second one is play. So, of course, toys bring play and novelty and fun into it. But I want to just think for a second, think back when you first started dating. You were probably teasing each other, you're laughing, you were flirting, and you made fun of each other. You danced in the kitchen, you stayed up talking rubbish all night. And now you're talking about the bills, the kids, and who's picking up the milk. Do you feel that you've just become teammates and you've forgotten how to be lovers? And so you're trying to use external toys to add that on. And I'm so for that. So please go ahead. But before that, I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you actually laughed so hard together that, your stomach hurt? Can you even remember? You may remember the endless conversations that you've had around intimacy and maybe still not getting anywhere. But when was the last time you actually had a good laugh? And that's a lot of couples don't have a good, not have a good laugh because they don't love each other. It's just like play disappeared, life got busy, and then underneath you're like, oh, well, what about us? Yes, of course, the novelty of new sex toys is going to wake up that brain and remind you, oh my God, I actually enjoy this person. And then sometimes the intimacy doesn't disappear because the attraction disappeared. It's disappeared because the fun, the novelty, the play disappeared. So instead of asking your wife if she wants sex tonight, ask her if she wants to have a dance where you're cooking dinner. Ask her if you can feed each other with your eyes closed. Ask her to have a fun card game. Ask her to grab an ice cream after work. Or if you're still a little bit like, well, Katie, I want to have fun, but I don't know how to approach it. Below, you can find my 50 conversation starters because they are basic. So what it is on the tin, it's conversation starters that's going to help you have these awkward, uncomfortable conversations. When you've built that emotional connection, when you've got that play, you've got the baseline then to bringing your alternative toys into the big bedroom. It's these tiny moments that make that bigger impact. And the third one is probably the biggest, is safe touch. And let me explain a little bit here. So every time you hug your wife, she'll maybe immediately ask you to do something because she thinks it's going to lead somewhere. And so eventually you'll stop hugging her, not because you don't love her, because your brain starts linking hugs to another job or doing something. Yes, I know. This happens to a lot of women, and every cuddle becomes like hoping that you do something good, it's going to lead to sex. And she feels that, thinking that every thing that you're doing is going to lead to sex, and she'll be like, you'll be kissing her and you'll be like, oh, I know where this is going. And it's not because you're bad or wrong, it's because somewhere along the way affection and initiation just became the same thing, and you kind of like kept trying. So what I would love for you to try throughout this week is touching your wife with no agenda, rubbing her shoulders, giving her a kiss before work, sitting here with legs close to each other, giving her a 20-second hug. That's not just like a quick peck and hey, babe. I want you to focus on that connection first and notice how her body opens up. Because you can bring the toys in and you can give her ultimate pleasure and orgasms by using extra toys, because all the more that help we can get here. But if she is not feeling emotionally safe, if she's not laughing with you, if she's not feeling emotionally connected, then you can't be expecting her to be wanting to be having more pleasure and orgasms because you think just the toy is going to bring it in. Of course, the toy is going to be fun, but I want you to have fun together. I want you to experiment. I want you to laugh. I'm all for sex toys, but if your relationship feels disconnected, another gadget isn't the missing piece. You need to start with the foreplay underneath. And then, of course, we bring in the most pleasurable toys. Foreplay starts way before the bedroom. It's in being seen, being laughing together, feeling safe. So you've definitely got something to work with. What are you going to go and try aside from trying this cock ring? Go and try some touch and connection that doesn't need to lead somewhere. Build the emotional connection, have fun, and come back and let me know what you've tried first. And then I'm telling you, when you go and play with the sex toy, she's going to be so much more open and invigorated and alive in her body. You are going to be the top dog because you're giving her the best orgasms and pleasure. You can't get there if she's feeling numb, if she's feeling disconnected, and if she's feeling switched off. I've got a lot of resources below for you. We've also got the 30-day intimacy reboot. It's not about like teaching you clever tricks or to get more sex. It's about everything that I teach is helping you to build the kind of relationship where your wife naturally wants to sit next to you, to hug you, to kiss you, to hold your hand, and to use toys with pleasure on the other side, not just doing it to doing it and fake it after all. Intimacy isn't something that you convince your wife to have, it's something that you need to create together. So I hope you've taken something away. What are you going to implement? And go and have fun with this Echo cock ring, guys.